Today we're talking about a small subwoofer with some serious performance behind it. But before we jump into it, let's have a quick primer on what a subwoofer is and why you need one. Stick around. Hey guys, it's the Villain here, home theater enthusiast and lover of all things tech. And a subwoofer is a speaker that specializes in producing low frequencies and low frequency effects, bass, when you need it in a soundtrack, whether it be the explosions in movies, kick drums in music, or the absolute madness that happens in video games sometimes. A subwoofer fills out the low end of the sound frequency range and makes the entertainment experience more complete. If you haven't experienced a good sub before, then the first time you actually feel an explosion that's happening on screen, I bet you'll understand what I mean. Enter the Sonos Sub Mini. So let's take a look at what you get when you open up the box. In it, you'll find the packaging with the instructions and the power cable. Then under that, you'll find the sub itself. You might be wondering, is that it? Well, yes, the Sub Mini integrates into your Sonos system as easy as can be, and you need nothing else. Well, one more thing, the Sonos app. For those of you who don't know, Sonos makes high-performance wireless audio systems and soundbars like the Sonos Ray or the Beam like I have here. And those soundbars are great at producing the high and mid-range sound frequencies with some bass to create the overall surround sound effect. But to get the most out of your system and really fill out that sound stage, a subwoofer is essential. Typically, when it comes to getting really good and immersive surround sound, it would mean having discrete speakers all throughout your room and big subwoofers with additional components to power them. But let's be real, not everyone has the space, budget, or the will to actually create a multi-channel speaker system like that. So for a more integrated approach, we have the high-performance systems like the Beam soundbar that I'll be pairing the Sub Mini with. You pair them using the Sonos app, which is pretty easy and straightforward. Once you open the app, you go into the settings and select your soundbar to pair the sub with. The app does the rest, and after it's done, you're all set. Once the sub is integrated, there's a short calibration exercise you have to do, which involves opening the app and essentially waving your phone around your room to actually establish how your room reacts to the different sounds that are produced by both the soundbar and the subwoofer. The system uses that to calibrate itself, and once the sub is integrated, then you can start enjoying your content with the added dimension that the bass from the Sub Mini produces. If you're a bass head like some of us, not calling any names, then you'll be happy to know there's the ability in the app to increase the volume and overall presence of the Sub Mini. I love me some good old customization, I'll tell you that much. Alright, so what's actually so special about the Sub Mini? Well, it has dual opposing subwoofer drivers, and the two drivers visible through the cavity face each other and play in phase, which means that they move in the same direction at the same time. So when things start to get really crazy and the woofers are moving a lot, then there's force cancellation of all the motion, so the cabinet doesn't move even when the bass drops heavy. And since there are two bass drivers in the same cabinet, then they can move more air and so produce more bass than a single driver of comparable size. That means you better not judge this bass book by its bass cover. But really though, it's crazy how good the bass sounds coming from this very small sub. It most certainly amplifies the experience whether you're gaming, playing movies, or listening to music. Plus, I really like the small footprint of it since it gives you the flexibility on where to place it. And with the low entry cost of the sub, then you could even add a second one if you feel like you need even more bass, or if you want to even out the bass response throughout your room so that each person watching has a great sound experience no matter where they are sitting, which is a common practice in home theaters. I placed it beside my sofa, and when you crank it, it has that tactile bass response that you can actually feel, especially on hardwood floors like I have. So it has a small enough size to not stand out and just disappear in the room with big sound. That's a win-win in my book. You can't really ask for much more than that. Just check out how it sounds.
Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave.
So that's the Sonos Sub Mini, a small, high-performance subwoofer with great bass. So your content, no matter what it is, whether it's movies, music, or video games, will have that extra dimension that great bass provides. And it's wireless too, so you can place it wherever you want in your room. Let me know your thoughts on the Sonos and the Sub Mini in general in the comments below, and I've left links in the description that you can check out to learn more about the Sub Mini and the wider Sonos wireless ecosystem. Thanks to Sonos for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it, and of course subscribe if you haven't yet for more home audio and video content. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this has been your friendly neighborhood villain man saying be safe and peace.